Yeah, that is all for our list. And now that we have added in all of the custom fields in our list, we can then move on to import this contact. So do not forget, we have various type of custom fields which we can create, right from the text to the email to the checkbox to the anniversary, the URL, and all of this. So you just need to know the one you are creating, and you just need to add in the label, which is going to be the feed name and the feed length wherever it's required. And you can also add in the default value, and you can also encrypt the field. And when you are done, you click on add. So now that we are done with the custom field, let's go into importing contacts into Zoho Campaigns. So we are going to go back to our dummy list, going to download this particular list, and we are going to download it in the CSV format. So as you can see, I've clicked on download here, and I'm just going to click on CSV format, and my list is going to be downloaded into my computer, and that has been downloaded. Then I go back to my Zoho Campaigns account, and I'm going to go back to my all contacts. And when I click on all contacts, as you can remember, we have three methods of bringing contacts in. So I'm just going to click on add new, and instead of using the sync or the multiple contact, I'm going to click on import. And when I click on import, it is going to take me to this page where I can select the file I want to import into my Zoho Campaigns account. So I'm going to click on select file, and that is going to ask me to bring the file in. If I have the file inside my Google Drive, I can also bring that in. If I have it in my Zoho Drive or even any of this, I can bring that file into Zoho Campaigns from any of this. And since I have the file from my computer, I'm just going to click in here, and it's going to take me into my computer, and I can go to my download. This is the file I just created, and I'm going to click on open. And when I click on open, this file is going to show up in here, and I can then click on upload file. And when I click on upload file, my file is going to be uploaded into Zoho Campaigns. And as you can see, it is asking me for my preference. So for the preference, I can decide to add this as unsubscribed contacts, or I can add them as non-marketing contacts, or I can add them as marketing contacts. And remember that the difference between marketing and non-marketing contacts is the subscription to receive email. Marketing contacts are contacts that have subscribed to receive our email campaigns, while non-marketing contacts are those who do not want to receive our marketing emails. So we click on marketing contact, and we can also decide to update this subscription type for existing contact that we have. We can also decide to assign the various type of topics that we have in here. We can decide to add in brand topics. We can decide to add in brand updates, and we can also decide to add in marketing. So just add in whatever topics you want to add for this particular contact. And you can also say that this contact have given the consent to receive email for our product. So when you click on this checkbox and you click on save, that part has been done. You can also select the list you want to bring this contact into. So we have different lists, and the one I just created, you can just click here, and it's going to upload all of the lists you have into Zoho Campaigns, and you can see all of them in here. Or you can even decide to create a new mailing list for this particular contact you are bringing in. So let's create a list, and we can decide to click on create list, and it's going to ask us for the name of the list. So let's name this dummy contact. And when you're done with the name, you click on save. And when you click on save, that list has been added in there. So as you can see, the dummy contact list has been added. So when you're done, you click on save again, and this list selection has been saved. The next one is to map our fields, and we need to map in all of the information coming from our file into the information that we'll be getting in Zoho Campaigns. So we have created all of those custom fields. Now we need to map in all of those custom fields into the Zoho campaign fields. And you have to make sure that you do this properly, because if you mismatch any of this field, it is going to be bringing in the wrong data. So please do not bring in last name for first name or first name for last name. You have to make sure that what you are doing is correct. So we have the first name, which is already mapped, and the last name is mapped. The contact email is also mapped, but the mobile number is not mapped. So I'm just going to look for my phone number in here, and as you can see, we can use phone, we can use mobile. So I'm just going to use mobile, and that has been mapped. And for birthday, do we have birthday? Yeah. Yeah, for birthday, we can decide to map for birthday also in Zoho Campaigns. We can also decide to select the date format. We can use this or we can use this, whichever one works for you. So let's use date and month, and we can decide to use this dash as the separator. And for the number of employee, it has been mapped. Then for industry, yeah, I forgot to create industry. So for industry, I forgot to create industry actually, but we can decide to create industry and we can just add in a new field. And when you click on add in a new field, it is going to ask you with the type of field you want to add. And if you go back to Zoho campaign, I mean the list, if you go back to the list, you will see that we have industry in here and we have the various type of industry. So I'm just going to select this. And as you can see, we only have one option for industry, so that means we either we use the radio button or we use the pick list. So let's go back into Zoho Campaigns and let's use the radio button, or let's use the pick list because we do not want it to show. So I'm just going to bring this in, and yeah, I need to add in the items for the industry. So I'm just going to go back into my list and I'm going to copy each industry in here and just put them in Zoho Campaigns. So let me use, and I've also added in all of my options for industry. So I can click on add when I'm done. And since I've put in all of these options, that will be added. And now as you can see, my contact industry has been created. I can now decide to map it with my contact industry. Then I can go to the next one. The topic of interest has been mapped. Then we have the website. And for my website, remember that I created a custom field for websites and I named it website URL. So I just need to bring this in and that has been mapped. And my customer feedback has been mapped also. So after making sure that all of these custom fields and all of these fields coming from the file is mapped to this Zoho campaign field, then we can click on save. And when we click on save, it is going to move into the next stage where we can be able to select the tags we want to assign to this contact. So let's select a tag and we can decide to choose from the various tags that we have in here, or we can even decide to create a new tag. And when you click on create a new tag, it's going to take you to this page where you can add in the name of your tag. So let's add in dummy contact. And we can also decide to add in a color for this tag, and let's use the color red. Yeah, so when you're done, you click on save and this tag is been saved, and you can then assign this tag to each of these contacts we are bringing in. So after making sure that all of this is done, you want to make sure that you are doing every of this thing correct. You also want to view the map field that you have mapped, and you want to make sure that everything is mapped correctly. After making sure that all of these settings you have done is correct, you can then click on import. And when you click on import, as you can see, it is reading our files and it is importing everything we need to bring in into Zoho Campaigns. And you can see that we have 30 counts of contacts that we have in this file in here. It has been able to import the 30 fields, and we have 30 new contacts. And as you can see, none of these contacts were re-added and we do not have any duplicate contacts, and none of it was ignored. And so as you can see, our result is 100%. There's no file duplication and there is no unsupported email, and that means our contacts have been imported. So when we go back into our all contacts and we go into all contacts in here, we'll be able to see all of those contacts we have brought in. So we can also decide to filter based on our tags, and since we have dummy tags assigned to dummy contacts assigned to this contact we just brought in, we can just click on this, and when you click on this and you click on apply, that means it's going to filter those contacts that have the tag dummy contact. And as you can see, these are the file we brought in, these are the contacts we just brought in, and all of them is in here already. So that is how to import contacts into Zoho Campaigns